Part 9. It's Doomsday, there are all-female zombies around. Author, Yu Da Cha Xiao. Chapter 81. Brother Jiangguo, let's go, I'll take you to relax. Lisa hooked her finger at Wang Ran. Wang Ran knew exactly what Lisa was looking for herself. Originally, Wang Ran wanted to refuse. But considering Lisa's identity, why don't you go up there with her and take a look? This is a good opportunity to go upstairs. All right. Wang Ran nodded and followed behind Lisa. Lisa was overjoyed. This kind of thing, it is definitely not pleasant to come voluntarily. Seeing Wang Ran so conscious, Lisa was still very happy. The two came to the stairs and joined the husband of the young couple. Two at a time. Wang Ran was slightly shocked. This Lisa, she doesn't look very good, but her appetite is not small. There's one more person here, and I'm a little uncomfortable with my hands later. Brother Jiangguo, I forgot to introduce myself before, my name is Lu Mao. Sister Lisa, where are you taking us? The young man Lu Mao asked easily. Wang Ran was stunned. Why don't you know? Don't you know you're still coming? Tisk tisk. We're going to a mysterious place to explore further. Wang Ran explained. Lu Mao was stunned, feeling that he didn't understand. However, when I think about my wife being... Lu Mao felt a pain in his heart. Hateful. One day, I'm going to kill that mustache. Lu Mao gritted his teeth and muttered earnestly. Wang Ran expressed sympathy on the side. This kind of thing, you can only know how sour it is when you experience it yourself. However, people's mentality will change with the environment. When Lu Mao really becomes an awakener, will he continue to make trouble for mustache? No one can tell. Soon, Wang Ran and Lu Mao were led by Lisa to the third floor. Some strange calls entered the ears of several people. Lisa has long been used to it. Lu Mao's expression changed. He could hear that it was the voice of the mustache just now. Hateful. Lu Mao clenched his fists. Just play with the mustache, what are you calling yourself? It's a pity that I'm too weak, and I'm not the opponent of those awakened ones. To be honest, my wife is also not good looking. They are such beasts, aren't they so picky? Complex emotions flooded Lu Mao's body instantly. Boom. Lu Mao's body suddenly burst out with a powerful momentum. This is awakening. Lisa covered her mouth in surprise. Unexpectedly, emotions can also promote people's awakening. It seems that there will be more research in this area in the future. There is one more awakener tonight, and it seems that we can have more fun. Am I awake? Great. I'm going to kill that mustache. Lu Mao rolled up his sleeves and was about to rush into the exhibition hall. Stop! Lisa shouted, and her aura exploded instantly. Lu Mao's heart trembled and stopped. It's where the awakened people live, and there are dozens of them. What are you rushing in for? Are you going to die? If you want to become stronger, follow me obediently. Don't worry, your qualifications look good, and there will be opportunities. Lisa glared at Lu Mao. Hateful. Lu Mao's body began to tremble slightly. He knew that if he rushed in like this, he was asking for his own death. Not only will he not be able to take revenge, he may even put himself in. There is no chance for revenge. Be patient. Make yourself stronger. To find when those people are single. Lu Mao lowered his head and walked back to Lisa. Lisa smiled slightly. Well, it's still easy to convince yourself. When you get stronger, maybe your mentality will continue to change. Is it important to take revenge then? Maybe everyone is happy to play together, not necessarily. And some things, not necessarily who is forcing who. Lisa smiled slightly and continued to walk to the fourth floor. Wang Ran looked at Lisa's back and sighed inwardly. The momentum she burst out just now is obviously much stronger than other awakened ones. Moreover, now I can actually go to the 4th floor. It seems that this Lisa is a camp boss level character. Such a powerful character, actually going to be a novice guide? Picture what? Picture. Wang Ran looked at himself and Lu Mao, and instantly understood. This is the same as when the university starts in the new year, the seniors go to help the new freshmen. 666. Hello, Miss Lisa. The quality of the newcomers this time is good. Sister Lisa, take it easy. The 2 guards at the stairs on the 4th floor saw Lisa and greeted him politely. When Lisa passed by them, she didn't forget to touch their pectoralis major. It seems that they are friends who have had in-depth exchanges. Lu Mao heard what the guard said, combined with the current environment, and suddenly he was shocked. Brother Jiangguo, Sister Lisa will take us there, shouldn't it be? Lu Mao asked in shock. You just know. It's okay, if you can't resist, just enjoy it slowly. Wang Ran patted Lu Mao on the shoulder. Apart from a few words of comfort, he couldn't do much. Of course, in his presence, Lisa will definitely not succeed. Lu Mao's face was helpless. My wife is downstairs. He was also brought back to the room by the female boss. This is too tragic. What the is this? If he could, he would rather switch places with his wife. Lisa took Wang Ran and Lu Mao to the pavilion of the boss of the camp. The boss is often absent, so Lisa takes this place as her happy house. Just as the 3 were about to enter, the door of the exhibition hall behind them opened. A gentleman wearing glasses walked out with his arms around a wavy young woman in shorts. Yo, Lisa, such a good appetite today. 2 at a time. Crazy Yang Yang grinned. Wang Ran glanced at this guy, who lived on the 4th floor, probably one of the top floors of the camp. And the woman next to him. A little familiar. I seem to have seen it somewhere. What? Owner of East Lake Villa. If it weren't for this big wavy hairstyle, Wang Ran wouldn't have recognized it. Today, the East Lake Villa seems to have exiled 2 women. One of them should be her. Can't be recognized. The camp boss has not figured out who it is. Wang Ran lowered his head decisively, turned his back to the direction of the madman and the big wave, and kept a low profile. The big wave was probably a little confused, and did not recognize Wang Ran. Otherwise, Wang Ran could only be forced to kill. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 82. How can I compare with the boss? The boss has a big appetite. You rarely leave the room, what's wrong? Is there something? Lisa asked with a smile. I want to go down to find the boss and get something to eat by the way. Tomorrow morning, I plan to take someone to attack that East Lake Villa. There's an awakener over there with a strength similar to mine. You and the boss, someone must accompany me. The madman was talking, but his hands were not free. A mess. The big wave frowned slightly, but he didn't dare to resist. The boss is happy, don't disturb her. I'm busy too, I'll talk later. Lisa couldn't wait, turned her head and pushed open the door of the exhibition hall. Wang Ran lowered his head and followed Lu Mao in. The door slammed shut. It was originally an exhibition hall of red makeup wedding culture, and the overall style is very festive. There are some sedan chairs, mahogany wedding beds, red hijab, red belly pockets, etc., which are quite cultural in normal times. But now in this situation, it just feels creepy. Lisa walked to a large bed. Soon, all she had left was a red apron. Come on. Lisa sat on the edge of the bed and hooked her fingers to Wang Ran and Lu Mao. Hey. Wang Ran sighed in his heart. If this picture is replaced by light rain, it will definitely make the legs go weak. It's a pity that Lisa looks too ordinary and completely unattractive. Lu Mao had never seen such a scene before, and looked at Wang Ran awkwardly. "Brother Jiangguo, why don't you give me a sample?" Lu Mao said weakly. His mood is not very good. "You better come first, you are all awakened. With great power comes great responsibility." Wang Ran pushed Lu Mao. Lu Mao was a little confused, but his strong revenge still supported him to go to Lisa. Lisa has a way to make herself stronger. How about sacrificing your own body? Brother Jiangguo, come with you too. Lisa's eyes are more about Wang Ran. There was an air about him that no one else had, which attracted Lisa deeply. Wang Ran shrugged. "I originally wanted to wait for you and Lu Mao to be happy for a while and then deal with you. Since you're in such a hurry, don't blame me." Wang Ran went to the bed and sat down, his eyes swept across Lisa's white back. "Oh, little brother Jiangguo, you are really in a hurry. Did I cover the front and look behind you?" Lisa couldn't help laughing when she saw that she was attracted to Wang Ran. Wang Ran smiled and said nothing. "Lao Tzu is looking at your spine. Which section is appropriate to start with? How God looks at your body." Wang Ran stretched out his hand, gestured behind Lisa's back, and touched it along the spine section by section. "Well, the back of the neck is not bad, crushing it can make her completely paralyzed from the neck down. It will be convenient to interrogate later. Of course, the hand should not be too heavy, otherwise people will be directly cold." Lisa's back was touched by Wang Ran, and her whole body trembled. From her point of view, Wang Ran couldn't help but start to attack her. Lisa is in a good mood. "Lu Mao, come with you too." Lisa waved to Lu Mao. Just as Lu Mao was about to sit down, he was suddenly shocked. His eyes were fixed on the pillow. There is a bracelet. How can this bracelet be here?" Lu Mao reached out and picked up the bracelet, and took a closer look. "That's right. It also has his wife's name engraved on it. What's happening here? Why is my wife's bracelet here? I'm obviously meeting her at home today, and we're here together. I've never been separated from her since I came here. How could her bracelet appear on the 4th floor? Did she come here before?" Lu Mao was a little confused. Lisa sighed. "After finally getting the mood and atmosphere, you guy has to get to the bottom of it. All right? I'll tell you then. Actually, your wife is the boss of our Blood Fang camp." Lisa said the information that made Lu Mao's head burst. Even Wang Ran on the side was taken aback. "My wife? The boss of Blood Fang camp? How can it be? She's just an ordinary girl. Those awakened people violated her, and she can't resist." Lu Mao couldn't believe it. "What's your wife's name?" Lisa rolled her eyes. "Shui Yat, what's wrong?" "Shui Yat, Blood Fang. This is too far-fetched. I do not believe. My wife clearly said that she was trapped in the hotel for several days, and finally ran out to join me. How could she be the boss of the Blood Fang camp?" Lu Mao tugged at his hair, unable to believe the news. "Oh, the boss wanted to find a chance to tell you by himself. Okay, since you're her husband, I'll explain it to you. Boss Shui Yat, she was trapped in the hotel. At that time, she survived by eating zombie meat and woke up. So she set up this camp. By the way, you should have heard of me before. I am a colleague of the boss of Shui Yat. My Chinese name is Wu Li." Lisa shrugged. Lu Mao was stunned, as if he had heard from his wife before that there was a colleague named Wu Li in the hotel. "After we set up the camp, our strength has become stronger and stronger. The demand is also growing. As for me, I like to favor the handsome among the newcomers. Boss Shui Yat, she likes to pretend to be cute and be caught by the awakened people on the 3rd floor. Of course, we won't know who will abuse who after we catch them." Lisa covered her mouth and smiled. "If you want to know how to play, it's Shui Ya's boss who will play. Many awakens in the camp have experienced this scene. The unlucky ghosts who know the truth also tacitly choose not to say it, so that other unlucky ghosts can experience the same feelings as them. Funny, funny shit. I don't believe Shuya will become like this. Lu Mao was a little crazy. Lisa's words were too informative for him to accept for a while. What kind of world do you think it is now? Do you know how Boss Shuya and I survived the few days in the hotel? We eat zombie meat. We find the meat that is as good as possible from the rotting zombies. After we survived, our mentality will naturally be different. Since you have survived, you must have fun in time. If it wasn't for the fact that Boss Shuya still had a little affection for you, she would not have taken you over. Lisa snorted coldly. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 83. By the way, you don't know. The meal you ate at night was actually zombie meat. Boss Shuya gave you 7-point cooked in order to let you adapt. Everyone else is 5 minutes cooked. However, you are also very good, and you are really awakened. When the Boss Shuya comes out, he will definitely be happy for you. Okay, don't waste time, let's get down to business. Lisa pulled her apron and opened her hands. Lu Mao trembled slightly. It can be seen that he has not recovered from the shocking news just now. My wife is actually the boss of this camp. And also like to pretend to be new, and the awakened people. Lu Mao felt that his forehead was a little blue. It's you. You must have ruined her. I'm going to kill you. Lu Mao couldn't help but punched Lisa. Lisa frowned slightly, flicked sideways, and at the same time grabbed Lu Mao's wrist like lightning. Crack. As soon as Lisa exerted force, Lu Mao's wrist dislocated. Don't think you are the husband of the boss of Shuya, I won't dare to touch you. There are quite a few men here that Boss Shuya likes, and there is no shortage of you. Lisa said coldly. What a disappointment. It was not easy to be intrigued by the younger brother Jiangguo, but he was actually destroyed by this Lu Mao. I want to ask her in person. Lu Mao dragged his wrist and rushed out of the exhibition hall. There was still a glimmer of hope in his heart. Hope Lisa is just fooling him. His wife, Shuya, works in a hotel. Although she doesn't know what she does, she must be a serious person. How is it possible to do such a thing? Hey! Wang Ran couldn't help sighing. This is to sympathize with this little brother Lu Mao. All right, little brother Jiangguo. Let's not be disturbed by him, let's continue. Lisa whispered. I'm going to lock the door. I don't want to be disturbed either. Wang Ran smiled slightly and walked towards the door of the exhibition hall. Lisa's body heats up. This little brother Jiangguo really can make himself feel with just one look. It would be even better if he could become an awakener. Wang Ran locked the door and tried to push. It's really solid, and it's worthy of being the door of a museum. He was relieved. Wang Ran went to the bed and sat down. Come on, lie down first. Wang Ran said to Lisa. Brother Jiangguo, you still know how to play. Lisa smiled and lay obediently on the bed. She was looking forward to what Wang Ran would do next. Wang Ran put his hand on Lisa's vest and climbed up the spine section by section. When he reached the back of his neck, Wang Ran's fingers stopped. Brother Jiangguo, don't stop. Lisa said softly. She is already in a state. Wang Ran smiled, his fingers suddenly pierced directly into Lisa's skin. A pinch. With a slight noise, Lisa instantly lost consciousness below her neck. Warehouse, what's the situation? Lisa exclaimed. She only felt a sting, and then her body was out of control. Come on, it's time for Brother Jiangguo's torture. Next, what do I ask, what do you answer? Wang Ran said lightly. You. You are the awakened. Ordinary awakeners can't be so powerful. Who the are you? There was a sudden fear in Lisa's heart. She wanted to scream, but now she has difficulty even breathing. I'm not angry enough to scream loudly at all. Come on, tell me about the specific situation of your camp first. Who are the most powerful people, have they hoarded any supplies, and where are they stored? Wang Ran asked indifferently. The boss of the camp, Wang Ran had just found out by accident. To be honest, this kind of pretending to be new is really annoying. If I didn't know it by chance, I don't know if I could have asked this important information. I said. Lisa cried. The inability to move her whole body made the fear in her heart grow stronger and stronger. Lisa has never been so frightened since becoming an awakened and then advancing. We have 43 awakened in our camp. This time, 5 bone dragons died, that is, 38 awakened people. Among them, me, the lunatic, and the eldest Shui have all been promoted to strength again. I am the weakest of the 3. As for which of the 2 is stronger, I don't know. Ah, that's right. You must be wondering how we continue to get stronger, right? We caught 2 mutant zombies and extracted their pus to drink it every day. Of course, not everyone can bear it. There are several awakened people who were not bad enough to die like this. Lisa said everything. Zombie pus. You guys can really speak up. Wang Ran felt a little nauseated. This method of promotion is disgusting, it should be quite dangerous, right? Otherwise, it is impossible for this camp to have only 3 strong men. Moreover, the step of eating zombie meat should be able to eliminate many people who are not physically fit. If you want to improve further, this probability. Think it's the safest way to do it yourself. Of course, like Wu Jiangguo and the others, relying on gold to activate their physique and relying on battle to improve their strength is the right way. As for supplies, the basement of the museum is full of materials. Most of them are some daily necessities, tools, tobacco, and alcohol, etc. We don't eat much. We usually only eat zombie meat and a small amount of vegetables. I've said everything I need to say, just let me go, brother Jiangguo. Lisa begged. Have you said everything you need to say? All right. Wang Ran was not polite, grabbed Lisa's head directly, and twisted it half a circle. Lisa's eyes widened, staring straight at the ceiling. Cool. Wang Ran grabbed the belly pocket beside him and wiped the blood from his hands. Next, we will kill all the awakened ones in the camp. How can I catch it all at once? Wang Ran touched his chin and thought. If they are forced, it is inevitable that some of these dozens of people will run away in the chaos. Anything that runs away is a disaster. Most of these awakened ones know how they awakened. If this is not cleaned up, they will be like MLM organizations like wildfires. After thinking about it, Wang Ran decided to kill the high-level people here first. A lunatic, a Shuiyat. Shouldn't be hard to deal with. It's finally time to get started. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 84. Wang Ran slightly messed up his clothes and pants, opened the door and walked out. Yo, what's the situation today? One ran out just now, and now another one comes out. The speed is too fast. This year's newbies can't do it. The guard at the entrance of the stairs laughed while smoking a cigarette. This brother, Sister Lisa said just now that our strength is too weak to do well. Said he wanted to ask the madman to come over to help vent the fire. Wang Ran pretended to be a little embarrassed and said. Ha 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 ha, newcomer little brother, it's not your fault. Sister Lisa is not something ordinary people can afford. Okay, I'll report it right away. The guard smiled meaningfully and did not doubt Wang Ran's words. It looks like this should happen often. Wang Ran scratched his head pretending to be embarrassed, and walked back to Lisa's room. Then, when the madman came to the door, the turtle was caught in the urn. It's a pity, I don't have any weapons in hand. Wang Ran turned around in the room. Leather whip, short stick. Neither is suitable. Just use your fist. In order to be safe, Wang Ran broke Lisa's head back again. The red apron was covering the wound on the neck. This looks a little normal. It didn't take long for the madman to push the door open with his arms around the big wave. He didn't forget to lock the door. After all, everyone is a high-level person, and it is not very good for the sound to get out. From a distance, Lisa was lying on the bed. On the side of the bed was a young man who seemed to have lost his strength. Tisk tisk, Lisa, how many times have I told you? It's boring to play with new people. They are all ordinary people, and their physiques are incomparable to those of the awakened. I didn't want to help you in the end. The madman said and came to the bed. He looked at Lisa lying on his stomach and always felt something was wrong. Lisa seemed motionless. This is because the opponent is too weak and bored and fell asleep. At this time, Wang Ran sat up with a smile. Now that the madman is within a few meters of him, there is no concern. You. When the madman saw Wang Ran's smile, his heart fluttered. Intuition tells him that this person is not simple. Yes, it's you. Boss Wang Ran. The big wave trembled all over, as if he had seen a ghost. Wang Ran, of course she recognizes it. That is the #1 character in the villa area. At that time, she still wanted to give her a hug, but unfortunately she didn't have the chance. Brother Madman, he is the boss of Donghu Villa district. Why is he here? The big wave is a little panic. She thought that Wang Ran was here to hunt her down. The boss of Donghu Villa district. The madman opened his eyes sharply. The boss of a camp must not be an ordinary person. He got in here. What is the purpose? The madman shoved the big wave away and got ready for battle. De Lang originally planned to run to the door, but Wang Ran glared at him, and his legs went weak and fell to the ground. Since you're going to die soon, I'll let you know. I'm here because one of your idiots threatened my little brother. So, I'll come to your slaughter camp. Wang Ran rubbed his wrist and said lightly. Just because of one of your subordinates, you are so sick. The madman was stunned. His nickname is a lunatic, but he can't do such crazy things. One of your subordinates was threatened, and you, the boss, came in alone? It's been a while. The madman looked at Lisa, who was motionless on the bed. I guess she is cold. I don't know if this Wu Jiangguo is a sneak attack or a frontal fight. If he killed Lisa in a head-on battle, it's still a bit of a hangover to fight him yourself. After all, he is not much stronger than Lisa. You kill other people, and the zombie meat cultivates the awakened. This has nothing to do with me. But your people threatened my little brother. I'm sorry, you just have to die. Wang Ran smiled slightly, and his figure moved instantly. This speed. The madman's brain responded, but his body couldn't keep up. Just take it hard. The madman quickly turned sideways and folded his arms to cover his head. Boom. Wang Ran threw a heavy punch and directly knocked the madman back a few steps. Grass. Broken arm. A lot of sweat dripped from the madman's forehead. Hit, definitely can't beat it. Run, can't run either. The opponent's speed is too fast. Why is he so strong? The madman thought for a while and decided to admit it. Brother, let's sit down and have a good chat. Isn't it my subordinate who threatened your little brother? I'll just take his head off to apologize to you. Also, Huazi in my camp, take 100 and go. Let's be friends. The madman gritted his teeth while enduring the severe pain in his arm. Can't fight, really can't fight? I couldn't even take a punch from him. This guy is even scarier than the boss. Sorry, I don't smoke. However, my younger brother seems to like to smoke hwazi, he smokes other coughs. Don't worry, after killing all of you, I will take all these things away. Wang Ran walked towards the madman expressionlessly. What? Don't force me. The madman took out a stun stick from his waist with his left hand. Crackling crackling. The top of the stun stick was beating with blue and white electric lights. Want to take this thing against me? Too naive. Wang Ran smiled. This is not for you. The lunatic poked his chest directly with an electric baton. His whole body twitched instantly. Wang Ran was a little confused. What is this operation? Stun yourself to escape the fear of death? So fascinated. The madman electrocuted himself for a few seconds and then threw the electric baton aside. He. Let you see my full state. Although it can only last for half a minute, even the boss can't handle my short burst. The madman rushed towards Wang Ran as he spoke. Sure enough, his speed and momentum were much stronger than before. This electric shock is really useful. Does this briefly activate human cells? How did he discover such an amazing way to play? Soon, the madman came to Wang Ran. He only had a half-minute chance. One punch. Wang Ran did not dodge or evade, and directly faced the madman's fist and punched. Hit hard. Crack clap clap. The sound of bones shattering sounded. The madman's arm was twisted and bent in a strange shape in an instant. Ah! My hand. The madman wanted to hold his hand in pain. But both his hands were broken. The half-minute eruption that he exchanged with the electric shock baton could not hold the opponent's punch. How did he become so strong? Could it be that eating zombies is wrong? The madman is in chaos. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 85. Wang Ran didn't give the madman time to think, so he stepped forward and stepped on the madman's legs. Big brother, spare my life. My brain is very good, and I can be a think tank for you. The madman started begging for mercy. You have a lot of brains. Wang Ran raised his foot and stomped it down. The madman's head was crushed like a watermelon. The big wave on the side looked dumbfounded. The madman with such a high status in this camp, kill it if he says it? Boss Wang Ran is so powerful? Boss Wang Ran. Take me back. Let me do anything. If you don't believe me, you can inspect the goods first. The big wave climbed to Wang Ran's side and hugged Wang Ran's calf. Now she only hopes that she can attract Wang Ran. I'm sorry, you can't even plant a land. What am I going to do with you back? Besides, you stole a few small tomatoes from me. You can't solve this problem without 100 kilograms of gold. Oh, by the way, you told this guy the location of our camp, right? Wang Ran asked coldly. At the entrance of the stairs, Wang Ran heard the madman saying that he wanted to attack the East Lake Villa. Don't even think about it, this big wave must have been the leading party. This is what he forced me to say. My heart goes to. Before the big wave could finish speaking, Wang Ran kicked his head off. Columns of blood soared to the sky. Oops, my AJ, it looks like I need to change a pair. Wang Ran sighed. Good AJ, after a lot of fights, they all cracked. How much affect the mood? Go back to the store to find a few pairs of shoes to wear. After killing the lunatic, Wang Ran had a clear understanding of the so-called high-level combat power here. God is so powerful. It's all rubbish. Next, just kill all the way to the end. However, the structure of this museum. If you kill yourself from one direction, the opponent can go around and escape from the stairs. Gotta get some help to block the way. After much deliberation, it is still the most suitable for a small follower. Wang Ran called Xiao directly. Xiao, the museum, come to kill. Driving the truck, there are loot. Wang Ran simply said a few words. Good master. Coming soon. Xiao's voice was very excited. I don't know if it's because of the ability to kill or because of the loot. It shouldn't be because of the latter, probably. Wang Ran found a sedan chair and laid down Geu directly. In order to avoid scaring the snakes, I just lay here for a while, and when the light rain arrives, I can start. Awakened here. Except for poor Lu Mao, not a single one. East Lake Island. Su Xiao put on a pair of jeans and a sweatshirt. This is the murder suit. When she is with Wang Ran, Su Xiao likes to wear short skirts because it is convenient. But when you go out to kill people, you can't wear it like this. After all, wearing a skirt can't raise your legs. A man other than the master cannot see such a high position. Not even zombies. Lin Momo observed secretly from the side. Miss Xiao's legs are really enviable. White and long, the hips are still so upturned. I couldn't help but want to touch it. Hey, why is my height only 1.6 meters high? It can't compare to Miss Xiao's figure at all. Sister Xiao, did the master ask you for help? Lin Momo asked while leaning on the door. Yeah, I'm going to kill someone, so happy. Su Xiao put a ball on the head while talking. When her hair was tied high, her slender neck was exposed, which was particularly beautiful. Ah! I'm going to. Did the master say not to take me? Lin Momo stomped his feet and asked anxiously. That's not to say. Okay, I'll take you with me then. Su Xiao secretly squeezed Lin Momo's chest, then turned around and ran. Miss Xiao, you are going too far. Lin Momo blushed and stamped his feet anxiously. She hadn't even attacked herself yet, but Sister Xiao was the first to get it. Too much, too much. Only the owner can touch it here. However, Lin Momo was very happy when he was about to see the master soon, and soon forgot about being eaten by Xiao Tofu. The two walked out of the villa. Miss Xiao, before we go to fight, do we need to replenish our energy? Lin Momo asked suddenly. Well, you're right. Let's go, have a drink first. Su Xiao took Lin Momo's little hand and ran to the kitchen together. At this time, a small head stuck out from the villa next door. Go out to fight. It seems very interesting. I've become stronger, and I can find someone to practice my hands. Tang Tang sneakily carried the blood roar and ran towards the parking lot. If you ask directly, they won't necessarily take me there. I'll hide in the car first, hee hee. I'm so smart. Tang Tang hugged blood roar, got into the trunk and closed the door. After a while, footsteps sounded. It should be Xiao and Momo coming over. Door opening, closing door, engine sound. The engine is getting farther and farther. Tang Tang was instantly stunned. I climbed the wrong car. Tang Tang pushed open the compartment door. The receding tail lights confirm this. Disgusting. Tang Tang hit the ground with an axe. I really cried myself stupidly. So angry. How to do? After thinking about it, Tang Tang decided to secretly drink some special medicine to let out his breath. Let you not take me, and I will drink up your stock. When Tang Tang thought about it this way, he felt much more comfortable and immediately slipped into the kitchen. As soon as the refrigerator was opened, Tang Tang directly took out the can of stock. Only 2/3 left. It seems that the light can't get in and out, and it's quite fast to consume. I'm going to drink a little more today, hum. Tang Tang picked up the jar and took a big mouthful. The thick liquid flowed down the throat into Tang Tang's body. A burst of heat instantly exploded in her body. With the previous experience, Tang Tang knew that he had to go to the swimming pool to soak, otherwise it would be too hot. As for half the jar less. Really easy to spot. After thinking about it, Tang Tang took a box of milk, added some in it, and shook it. Well, it looks about the same. It's just diluted by half, the effect should still be there. Tang Tang froze the inventory back with satisfaction, and then quickly ran back to the villa with blood roar. Next is cooling time. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you will become stronger. Tang Tang jumped into the pool with joy. Comfortable. But I always feel my chest swell. The thing I just drank, there will never be any side effects. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 86. Bloodfang Camp, the women's toilet on the first floor of the museum. Fatty Jinbei confirmed that there was no one inside, and then carefully closed the door. Yes, there are too many people on this floor, it's so difficult to make a phone call. Jinbei hid in a cubicle while complaining. No way, there are more than 100 newcomers on the first floor. If it weren't for the relatively few female survivors on this floor, he wouldn't have any chance. Jinbei took out his cell phone and dialed. Hey, it's me. I have confirmed that the madman Yang Yang is indeed in this camp, and he should be a leader-level figure. As for his strength, it is estimated that his strength is higher than that of ordinary awakeners, and he should be on the same level as me. Jinbei said in a low voice. Team Gold, thank you for your hard work. This time, we can avenge our dead teammates. A female voice came over the phone. It's hard, it's not hard, it's just a little disgusting. When Jinbei thought of eating zombie meat while pretending to be careless, his stomach churned for a while. Moreover, there are many things in the camp that make him have to grit his teeth. No way, as an old JC, he is very clear about the purpose of his coming this time. Grab Yang Yang and take down this camp. Other things can only be tolerated temporarily. Now that Yang Yang is here, they can start. Xiaolu, there are estimated to be about 30 awakened here. We only have 8 on the team. Let's bring a gun as an exception this time. Although shooting in the city now is like gathering zombies, it doesn't matter that much. Wait, this camp will only get stronger. Half an hour, meet at the door in half an hour. We should work together inside and out, and bring this place in one breath. Jinbei said firmly. Good gold team. I'll mobilize people immediately. After the girl finished speaking, she hung up the phone. Jinbei sat on the toilet and sighed. Yang Yang, I finally caught you this time. This lunatic Yang Yang killed many people before the end, including several JCS. His unscrupulous lawyer proved that he had serious mental problems at the time of the killing, so he was temporarily held in a mental hospital pending further trial. Unexpectedly, the end came. The guy escaped straight away and went to kill a few old JCS who caught him. This made Jinbei and these JCS almost grit their teeth in anger. The Jiangbei Brigade, where Jinbei is located, with its sophisticated equipment, excellent physique, and cooperation, soon set up a camp when the Doomsday came. However, due to the lack of materials, they were unable to receive survivors on a large scale. In the past 2 days, Jinbei's camp has barely stabilized, and he has also won a grain station. Several awakens also appeared among the team members. Jinbei then began to go out to inquire about Yang Yang's whereabouts. Unexpectedly, he really got some clues. After a day of going undercover, just now, when Jinbei was wandering in the hall, he saw Yang Yang, who was going to eat on the second floor. Target confirmed. I can finally get started. Jinbei scratched his throat and spit out all the zombie meat he ate at night. Although he has awakened and is not afraid of viruses, this thing is disgusting after all. A lunatic is a lunatic, and even the camp is so abnormal. After washing his face, Jinbeo took a deep breath and opened the door. At this time, a fat woman was standing at the door, ready to go to the toilet. Looking at each other, the atmosphere was a little awkward. "Oh, I hate it, what's the smell in this toilet?" Jinbeo pinched the orchid finger and said in a high-pitched voice. "There is no way, in order to complete the task, I gave it up. At this time, it is not possible to create an accident in vain. Anyway, no one here knows me, so let's pretend to be gay." The fat woman was stunned. That's not allowed to go to the women's toilet." Before the fat woman could react, Jinbeo squeezed the orchid finger and ran away. "Call." Jinbeo leaned against the wall of the exhibition hall, his face flushed. Next, is to wait for their detachment to come over. Bloodfang Camp, Yang Yang, can finally kill you all. On the fourth floor, Wang Ran, who was lying on GEU, finally received Xiao Yu's message. "They are here. Momo is here too. Momo is responsible for guarding outside the museum. Little Rain, kill the guards and just guard the stairs. Be restrained, put your claws away, and don't reveal the identity of the zombies." Wang Ran returned the message, then stood up and stretched. "I can finally let go of killing." Wang Ran walked to the door and opened it. The two guards at the top of the stairs were still smoking and chatting. "It's really boring to guard the fourth floor. No one dares to come up on the leader's side." Seeing Wang Ran come out, they didn't change their posture. "Yo, it's over. It's still a madman, and he starts in half an hour when he arrives." A guard squinted and smiled. "That's not right, with Sister Lisa's strength, I can't hold on for a minute." The other laughed and trembled. "You are weak, who is to blame? I haven't looked for you since I didn't see Sister Lisa." "Hey! What are you talking about? Believe it or not, I'll smoke you." Before Wang Ran started, the two guards started arguing first. Wang Ran walked over with a smile. "Don't persuade the newcomer, I have to talk to him about this." "What do you call me weak?" The guard, who was less than 1 minute, thought that Wang Ran was here to persuade him. Oh yes. Wang Ran was indeed here to persuade him to fight. I saw that he suddenly shot, grabbed the heads of the two guards and slammed them together. The skulls of the two were directly smashed. This time, they finally stopped quarreling and leaned on each other lovingly. Wang Ran first went to the madman's room for a walk. It was full of bottles of zombie pus and some gnawed bones. "It's really nauseating." After confirming that there were no remnants upstairs, Wang Ran blew the whistle from Kill Bill and walked down the stairs step by step. As soon as he reached the third floor, Wang Ran saw Lu Mao sitting on the ground with a look of decadence. It seems that the result of him rushing in to confront each other is not so good. "Brother Jiangguo." Lu Mao raised his head and said hello. "Turn out to be. My wife has been doing special services in the hotel. I'm a pickup man." I said, "Where did she get so many bags and jewelry?" Lu Mao wiped the tears from the corners of his eyes. There are still some wounds on his face. I don't know if it was his wife or the awakened ones inside. As a human being, the most important thing is to be happy. Go and stay below, you may not be able to accept the scene later. Wang Ran patted Lu Mao on the shoulder. "Huh? Brother Jiangguo, are you going to join too?" Lu Mao was shocked. Wang Ran is one of his few friends here. Does he even? What are you thinking? I'm going to kill you. Wang Ran patted Lu Mao on the head. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 87. Kill. Brother Jiangguo, don't be impulsive. It's all awakened. I was thrown out by them just now. You haven't woken up yet, it's too dangerous. Lu Mao was a little worried. It's all right, go downstairs quickly. Wang Ran picked up Lu Mao and pushed him down the stairs. The guard at the entrance of the stairs was talking about Lu Mao's affairs with a smile, but before he could react, Wang Ran broke his spine with a knife. "Brother Jiangguo, you. It's so awesome." Lu Mao's eyes widened. "Okay, let's go downstairs. If you meet a very beautiful girl with long legs guarding the stairs, you can call Miss Xiao and she will let you down." Wang Ran patted Lu Mao on the shoulder. Although this guy was also awakened by eating zombie meat, his character was not bad, so Wang Ran still gave him a way to survive. Lu Mao nodded dazedly. There was so much information that he couldn't digest it all at once. But Wang Ran asked him to go downstairs, and he still obeyed. Halfway through, Lu Mao suddenly turned his head. "Brother Jiangguo, if you see my wife, just say, Lu Mao, decided to divorce her. She doesn't deserve to be my wife," Lu Mao said with a firm expression. Wang Ran nodded. This little thing can still help. After letting Lu Mao go, Wang Ran walked directly to the right exhibition hall on the third floor. As soon as I got to the door, I could hear banging and shouting inside. Wang Ran frowned. This place is so dirty. This kind of thing pays attention to your love and my wishes, and as an awakened person, you forcibly arrest ordinary people. This kind of awakened person, it is not an exaggeration to kill them all. Of course, Wang Ran also knew that this kind of thing was very common in the end times. I am not a vindicator of justice myself. Today, this time, it is nothing more than a coincidence to come here, and solve it by the way. After the solution is finished, you can go home and lie down with salted fish for a while. Boom. Wang Ran kicked the door open. Dozens of pairs of eyes stared at Wang Ran at the same time. They were having fun when they were kicked at the door. Who can bear this? Boy, you are courting death. The bone dragon sat on a sofa and said. He was injured and couldn't end the game, so he sat next to him and had a good time. Who would have known that someone would be so daring to kick the door? You are the bone dragon, right? I heard that you let my little brother cut off his arm today. Wang Ran looked at the bone dragon, and his body exuded a strong murderous aura. The bone-turning dragon felt a chill behind him. Why do I feel a little urgency? So scared. Thinking about what Wang Ran said, the bone dragon became even more panicked. You said, your little brother. Your name is Wu Jiangguo, it's not a coincidence, Wu Jiangguo is your pseudonym. Who are you? The bone dragon stood up tremblingly. Since you asked the question sincerely, why do I have to tell you? Wang Ran directly punched an awakener next to him. Everyone present was shocked. What power is this? The boss and the madman may not be able to kill an awakened person with one punch. Everyone was nervous. Shueya was still immersed in the joy of pretending to be new, but at this time she had to put on a serious expression and jumped off her mustache. Hey, don't go, it's almost there. Mustache is a little depressed. You are courting death, this is our boss. An awakened person next to him couldn't stand it any longer, and reminded softly. The mustache is like being struck by lightning, and the mustache instantly bows. Brother Jiangguo, no, you should be the boss of the East Lake camp, right? Shueya grabbed a skirt and put it on her body and walked to Wang Ran. Unexpectedly, you like to pretend to be new as much as I do. This matter is because my people did not do well. Otherwise, I will let him amputate his limbs, and I will make amends for you, little brother. Little brother is so handsome, or I will let you be the boss of this camp in the future, and I will continue to play cute and new, what do you think? Shueya asked with a smile. To be honest, Shueya really doesn't look good. It is estimated that because of his old age, he hurriedly found a pickup man. I'm so sorry for Lu Mao. Boss, cut off your limbs. Don't, boss. Anyway, leave me one. The bone dragon was so frightened that his snot came down. His boss sold him directly, which he did not expect. Just look at the boss. The younger brother broke his arm and went straight to the door, too short. How enviable. Excuse me. Even if everyone present cuts off their limbs, I'm not going to let you go. Wang Ran shrugged, looking calm. The people present were shocked again. So arrogant? I'm afraid this person has a problem with his brain. Only the bone transformation dragon was secretly relieved. Talk broke. It's good to talk about it, but if it breaks down, his limbs will be saved. Little brother, don't think that you can be so arrogant if you are strong. We have more than 30 awakened people here. Do you really think you can kill so many by yourself? Even if it's me, I might not be able to endure it if I want to play 5 at the same time. Even if you are better than me, 10 people are enough to solve you. Shuya said coldly. Her awareness of the strength of the awakened has reached this level. I'm sorry, you can be so arrogant if you are strong. None of the awakened ones here today will survive. Wang Ran did a few radio gymnastics moves and moved his hands and feet. Shuya's face twitched. Shame on your face. Ro. Then kill you. Since the establishment of Blood Fang Camp, no one has dared to be so arrogant in front of her. Brothers, come on. Kill him, drink unlimited Moutai tonight. Shuya shouted. Moutai is a scarce commodity, and it is usually limited in supply. Hearing Shuya say this, everyone's eyes lit up. Don't kill someone. Dry. 30 or so awakens raised their pants one after another and gathered around them. One by one, they looked like they were going to eat Wang Ran. Wang Ran smiled slightly. It was great to come around, save himself to chase after them one by one. By the way, Lu Mao asked me to talk to you. He put you off. As soon as Wang Ran finished speaking, he broke out in one step and rushed towards Shuya. Shuya's mind was still thinking about the words just now, and in a blink of an eye, Wang Ran's fist had come to her. Ft. A crisp sound. Shuya's head was directly bombed. All the awakened people around were stunned. Most people know that this is their boss. The strength of the boss is stronger than that of the madman. Just die. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 88. Puchi Puchi Puchi. Like hammering a watermelon, Wang Ran's little heads exploded. By the time they reacted, Wang Ran had already smashed 4 or 5 heads. Everyone, come on. He only has one pair of hands. Let's kill him first. Someone in the crowd shouted. The awakened ones woke up one after another and rushed to Wang Ran. The one who shouted quietly ran to the door. Countless fists hit Wang Ran. Wang Ran crossed his arms, shielded his head, and then slammed forward. The encirclement was directly knocked out by a gap. Wang Ran stomped on the head of the awakened who fell to the ground, stepped out of the encirclement, and turned around. This time it's a head-to-head confrontation. No matter how much you come, don't be afraid. Grass, fight. The awakened ones rushed towards Wang Ran one after another. Wang Ran smiled and immediately started to be the front. What followed was a loud banging sound. Numerous fists kissed each other's body back and forth. People keep falling. One after another corpses were piled up in front of Wang Ran. The blood didn't pass AJ. The fists of the awakened hit Wang Ran like a primary school student's attack. There is a sense of blow, but it cannot cause any substantial damage to Wang Ran. Wang Ran became more and more brave. Of course, after testing out that his defensive power can take damage from the opponent without thinking, he began to become more and more brave. Basically, with every punch, Wang Ran could cut off a head. Soon, the remnants of the awakened found that it was impossible for them to kill Wang Ran. One ran away. 2 people run away. Everyone started rushing towards the door. Wang Ran followed footprints one step at a time, chasing after him slowly. There are only 10 or so left. I believe Xiao won't let himself down. The bone dragon ran at the forefront. It was he who shouted when everyone came together just now. Only the fools went together, and I escaped first. When running to the stairs on the first floor, the bone dragon saw Su Xiao who was guarding there. This girl is beautiful. The bone dragon's eyes lit up. When did this join the camp? Hey, if he hadn't been running for his life now, he really wanted to draw a gun on the spot. Su Xiao saw the bone dragon that escaped. The master said it, you can't let anyone go. Except for the one who called me Sister Xiao just now. Su Xiao stretched her arms, then raised her legs to rest on the handrail of the stairs. After a simple warm-up, it's a murder. The bone dragon didn't take Su Xiao as a threat, stared at her and walked down the stairs quickly. When passing by Su Xiao, the bone dragon also stretched out his hand, trying to take advantage of it. Of course Su Xiao wouldn't let him succeed, she just closed her legs and kicked. The head of the bone dragon left the body directly. A lot of blood spurted out from the neck. Not long after, a few more awakens ran downstairs. Although they were puzzled when they saw the corpse of the bone dragon, they didn't have much time to think. Now it's time to escape. But the entrance to the stairs that Su Xiao was guarding was not something that anyone could easily break through. Puchi puchi puchi. Su Xiao's shot was quick, just looking at the speed of killing that was comparable to that of Wang Ran. In just half a minute, all the escaped awakeners were brutally dealt with. A lot of blood flowed down the stairs. This is really a bloodbath camp. Wang Ran took a leisurely turn to the second floor. There is an exhibition hall with a large number of zombies, including a mutant zombie. This is the food reserve of Bloodfang Camp. Ordinary zombies, Wang Ran was too lazy to deal with them. After killing the mutant zombies and several guards guarding the cafeteria, Wang Ran stretched. Finally solved. There will definitely be no leakage in the light rain. Sure enough, when Wang Ran walked to the second floor, he could already see a lot of blood and corpses on the stairs on the first floor. Hi, master. Seeing Wang Ran sticking out his head, Xiao immediately waved at him. Just now, Su Xiao completely killed the escaped awakened with his fists and legs, without even using his claws. Come on, go downstairs and carry things, then go home. Wang Ran put an arm around Xiao's shoulder. I haven't seen you for a long time, I miss you so much. However, Xiao's haircut is pretty good looking. Also convenient. You can tie more later. Su Xiao's heart was sweet, and she leaned against Wang Ran as softly as if she had no bones. Calling Lin Momo at the door, the three started the ants moving. Originally, there was an elevator in the museum, but for the convenience of management, the elevator was damaged by the people in the camp. The three of them could only carry the goods with their bare hands. However, their physique, it is easy to move something. In 10 minutes, the dozens of boxes of Moutai, hundreds of sticks of Huazi and thousands of other cigarettes were almost all loaded into the truck. It seems that the people in this Bloodtooth camp are usually collecting these tobacco and alcohol because they are not worried about food. But having said that, after a period of doomsday, tobacco and alcohol are also hard currencies. It's absolutely fine to change something. On the last trip, Jinbei slipped out of the showroom on the first floor. The time he had agreed with his teammates was approaching, and he planned to come out to meet him. As soon as he came out, he met Wang Ran who was holding dozens of cigarettes. Hey, Jiangguo brother, you are. Jinbei was shocked. Looking at this posture, it's like a robbery. The people at the camp would let you do that? Jinbei glanced sideways at the stairs. Headless corpses are strewn all over the steps. The blood keeps dripping down like a waterfall. Is it really a robbery? Jinbei was stunned. Don't you smoke Chinese? Wang Ran took a cigarette and waved it. Smoke. Jinbei nodded. As an old JC, every time I handle a case, I will stop smoking. It's nice to have a cigarette these days. Wang Ran thought about it for a while, then picked out a double happiness and threw it away. Smoke this, it tastes almost the same. Okay, I'll go first. I advise you not to stay here too long. Goodbye. After Wang Ran finished speaking, he walked out of the museum holding the cigarette, leaving behind Jinbei who looked confused. It took a while for Jinbei to react. This is Bloodfang Camp. Dozens of awakeners, 3 high-level powerhouses. Robbery. Dare you, little brother Wu Jiangguo, sneak in and pretend to be new just to rob people? This is so incredible. Jinbei thought about it for a while, then summoned up the courage to go upstairs. Corpse. Full of corpses. Except for those cute new ones who were caught on the 3rd floor, everyone else died, not a single one left. Jinbei searched for a while before he found the body of the madman Yang Yang on the 4th floor. Yang Yang has a habit of slashing on his body every time he kills a person. Relying on this, Jinbei knew that the corpse whose head had been blown up was Yang Yang. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 89. Grass. Yang Yang just died like this. Why am I lurking here, even eating zombie meat, and he died without doing anything? Jinbei was a little dumbfounded. My own lurking seems meaningless. Jinbei shook his head and came to the 3rd floor. Here are all the new ones who were pulled up by the awakened of Bloodfang. Most of them are women, and a few are men. Everyone, let's go downstairs and gather first. I have something to say. Jinbei sighed. It wasn't that he didn't want to protect them before. He really can't fight against the entire Bloodfang camp with one person. Think of the power of one. Brother Wu Jiangguo is really too terrifying. The difference between people. On the 1st floor, more than 100 survivors all gathered together. Lu Mao, who was sat at the door for a while, also walked in. And Jinbei's team just arrived. Captain, what's the situation? You said that the Bloodfang camp was wiped out, is that true? A girl in tight leather pants and a ponytail walked in first. She exuded a heroic spirit, and she was not very easy to mess with at first glance. Xiaolu, how do you explain this? Anyway, before you came, there was a person who killed all the awakened people in the entire Bloodfang camp. Everyone is a headshot. By the way, Yang Yang was also killed by him. Kimberly explained. What? Lu Shuang and the other players behind him were all shocked. A person? The awakened who wiped out the entire Bloodfang camp? Team Gold, are you stupid by eating zombie meat? Lu Shuang looked in disbelief. At the mention of zombie meat, Jinbei felt nauseated for a while. The corpses are all there, if you don't believe me, go and see for yourself. Jinbei glared at the deer. Lu Shuang really didn't believe it, and ran to the stairs with long legs. Jinbei turned to the more than 100 survivors. Everyone. I'm Jinbei, the captain of the former Jiangbei detachment. Behind me are all my colleagues from our detachment. I think everyone is very confused about the current situation. Next, I want to tell you a fact, I hope you can bear it. This Bloodtooth camp, the food for everyone to eat every day is zombie meat. Jinbei paused after speaking, intending to give these survivors some time to digest. Vomit. Ugh. Most people couldn't help it and vomited on the spot. Grass, I said so much meat, it turns out to be zombie meat. I vomited out my bile. What about them? I'm going to kill them. It's disgusting, I'll never eat meat in my life. The survivors vomited and complained. Jinbei glanced at it, and seeing that everyone was almost vomited, he continued. Everyone in the Bloodfang camp is dead. As for your physical condition, don't worry, you didn't mutate on the spot, it means that your physique is okay, and it shouldn't be a big problem if you don't continue to eat in the future. Moreover, your resistance is stronger than that of ordinary people. Even if you are caught by a zombie or the like, you may not be infected. That's good news too. Of course, don't let the zombies bite you deliberately. Sometimes you don't have to be poisoned to death. It may be bitten by the aorta and bleed to death. As for your future whereabouts, Jinbei looked back and exchanged glances with a few teammates, then nodded. Our Jiangbei detachment has a camp near the grain station. Although there is no big fish and meat, but the rice is full. I don't know if you are willing to join. Jinbei asked seriously. As civil servants, after the end of the day, as long as conditions permit, they will help the citizens as much as possible. This is their duty etched in their bones. The survivors looked at each other. After the disgusting Bloodfang camp, they really want to find a serious shelter. Jin Jin and others were JC before, and now they seem to have a sense of justice. Anyway, it's definitely better than Camp Bloodfang. As for eating white rice, after experiencing disgusting zombie meat, what is more fragrant than white rice? Captain Jin, we will follow you. Yes, we are still reliable at JC these days. If you want to do chores in the future, just tell us, if you have a stutter, just do it. Survivors spoke out. I'll join too, I'm an awakener. Lu Mao also raised his hand. After this incident, he was already a little disappointed with the woman. On the contrary, it was Jinbei's upright man who gave him a sense of security. Okay, little brother. In this way, our strength has increased a little bit. Kampar is happy. He watched Lu Mao come to this camp, and he still recognized his character. In this world, the awakened is much easier to use than a gun. This is the experience they have summed up from how many times they have been in danger. Xiao Guo, Xiao Li. You arrange the car. Prepare to bring the survivors back to the base. Jinbei ordered. The two boys in uniform nodded and began to guide the crowd. At this time, Lu Shuang, who was wearing leather pants and a leather jacket, walked down the stairs. Disappointment was written all over her face. Damn, Yang Yang was really killed. I wanted to deal with him myself. Lu Shuang hammered the handrail of the stairs, and the handrail fell apart. Okay, I know you want to avenge your senior with your own hands. I want, too. Who knew that little brother was so fierce? One person killed the Bloodfang camp. And it's basically a headshot. If I hadn't heard anything downstairs, I would have thought he brought a spray. Jinbei couldn't help but sigh. One person, killed more than 30 awakens, and headshots all of them. Lu Shuang's face was full of dissatisfaction. Before the end of the day, she had already become the strongest fighting ability in the team with her own efforts. Recently, she was also one of the first to awaken in the team. The strength has also been broken again. Even Jinbei was not necessarily her opponent. Now, there has actually been a person who can kill more than 30 awakened people at once. This made Lu Shuang's competitive spirit aroused at once. Golden Team, what is this person's name? One day, I will surpass him. The deer clenched their fists. Become stronger and protect more citizens. His name is Wu Jiangguo. Jinbei lit a cigarette and looked into the distance. This name will one day resound throughout the entire N city. It's Doomsday, there are all female zombies around. Author, Yu De Cha Xiao. Chapter 90. Okay, my body is stained with blood, go back and wash before eating. Wang Ran pushed the heads of Su Xiao and Lin Momo. What is the situation when two people come together? Seems really hungry. Master, what are we doing with so much cigarettes? Lin Momo looked at the trunk and asked. This thing, it's nothing to non-smokers. But for smokers, that's hard currency. Go back and find an air-conditioned room to store it so you don't get wet. Wang Ran smiled. Smoke this thing, you have to put it outside a little bit. If you put too much, it's not so valuable. If you put less, that person may passively quit smoking. There is also a skill here. By the way, for most of the day I'm not here, is everything okay in the base? Wang Ran asked. Don't worry, Master, the girls in the flight attendant class treat this place as a paradise, and they can cherish it. There is no need to call them, they will take the initiative to do extra cleaning. Oh, it's the Gold Master Tang Tang, a little lazy. Every day is to eat, drink, and play games. Lin Momo made a small report. It's okay, the Gold Master, I'm charging her rent. It's 1 a day now, it's nothing to her. When she gets used to this place, I will increase the price to 10 per day. She'll be drained very soon. Wang Ran smiled. This is the same as free mobile games, first attracting you to play, and then forcing you to pay when you can't stop. The host is great. Lin Momo's eyes are full of stars. By the way, we can't relax in terms of security recently. Wang Ran reminded. The motorcycle he met at the beach before always made Wang Ran feel a little uncomfortable. Would you like to set up some roadblocks on the seaside road? Hey, that's a good idea. Since this place is covered by itself, of course the road is also its own. Set up a few motorized barricades plus probes, that's pretty reasonable. In this way, if there is a motor vehicle approaching, you will know at the first time. If monitoring is placed along the road, drone aerial monitoring can be appropriately reduced. Not bad, go back and talk to the little security guard, oh no, talk to the security captain Zhao Dong about this. He is studying computer, installation monitoring should be his business scope. Soon, Wang Ran returned to the island. After helping the little servants unload the goods, Wang Ran returned to the villa and took a hot shower. Today the battle is also quite hardy, albeit a one-sided slaughter. What kind of strength do I have right now? Anyway, let's define the standard, what kind of fighting power is third dan or something? Wang Ran was a little helpless. He now only knows that his strength can kill all the opponents he encounters. It's hard to say how strong it is. Xiao and Momo can still see some differences through the color of their pupils. What about the awakened? What to see? Wait a minute to go online and read the post. That night forum still has some good stuff. The power outages will start soon, and I don't know how many days I will be able to connect to the internet. After Wang Ran took a shower, he put on a bathrobe, which was convenient. The island is naturally not afraid of power outages, but it is indeed a bit inconvenient to disconnect from the internet. Now I can only turn on the computer every day and desperately download resources. Wang Ran took a bottle of iced happy water, sat on the sofa in the villa, and went to the forum with a notebook. Shock. Bloodfang Camp actually fed survivors with zombie meat. This post appeared prominently. A post so soon. Wang Ran couldn't help but smile and clicked on this post. According to the latest news, it was reported that the Bloodtooth camp was distributed with zombie meat, not very fresh, to the bottom survivors to eat. The fatality rate is as high as half. Fortunately, this evil camp has been annihilated in one fell swoop. It is said that an awakened named Wu Jiangguo slaughtered more than 30 awakened in the Bloodfang camp with the power of one person. Nice. Wang Ran smiled and looked in the direction of the villa area. Wu Jiangguo probably didn't know that he was carrying a pot. Wang Ran continued to browse the post. Suddenly, he felt someone crawling onto his lap. Taking a look at the computer, it turned out to be Xiao and Momo. I guess they are really hungry. Master, you can continue to surf the internet and leave us alone. Su Xiao had just washed her hair and tied the ball head that Wang Ran liked. Lin Momo has a slanted ponytail. It's all hairstyles that are easy to eat. Wang Ran nodded and put the computer on his stomach. Xiao and Momo started busy, and Wang Ran also began to search for posts. LF. Strength Division of Zombies and Awakened People. Wang Ran's eyes lit up. Finally found what I wanted to watch. This post was posted by the moderator of the forum. He has posted many popular science posts before, which have all been confirmed, so the credibility is still very high. Zombies can be classified as follows according to their level. 1. Ordinary zombies. It feeds on the flesh and blood of any creature, and will eat other zombies when it is extremely hungry. If you don't eat for a long time, you will gradually lose your mobility, but your vitality is much more tenacious than ordinary humans. 2. Mutated zombies. The evolution of zombies that appear under special conditions is characterized by a circle of silver in the pupils, which will turn golden when the strength is further enhanced. Places with high population density are very likely to appear. It is speculated that there will be a high probability of mutation after eating a large number of humans or zombies. The mutant zombies are powerful and have consciousness at the same time, which is very difficult to deal with. Some mutant zombies have also evolved some special abilities, such as super bouncing power, the ability to spray corrosive venom, great strength, and sharp claws. Ordinary people encounter mutant zombies, and there is almost no possibility of survival. 3. High-level mutant zombies. It is said that it has appeared in a certain Curry country. It is extremely powerful, thoughtful, and strategic, and can also control other zombies, including mutant zombies. Advanced mutant zombies will occupy a fixed base and continuously develop their strength. Without a certain military force, or a large number of awakens, it is estimated that it will be difficult to compete with advanced mutant zombies. 4th, Corpse Emperor. A level that the moderator himself speculated. It hasn't happened yet, but it's very likely. Once it appears, at least a small country can be wiped out. Among the levels of zombies above, there should be some transitional small levels, and there is currently no very clear data to distinguish them. Because of the ban on guns in our country, ordinary people basically do not have the opportunity to carry guns. So to fight against mutant zombies, you can only rely on the awakened.